The US electric grid was built between the 1950s and the 1970s and has been nearing end of life for about a decade or so now. And it will not be able to power the AI revolution as we know it. Whereas China, their state grid just announced that they're investing $574 billion into their electrical grid over the next 5 years. This is a 40% increase in spending. Now, everything that comes out of China as far as state news always needs to be taken with a little bit of a grain of salt especially when you're talking about the People's Republic or Communist Party of China. They don't always reveal all of the details or all of the information, but they realize that AI and data expenditure is going to become a huge profit margin for them, and they're working to expand that grid. Whereas the United States, we're already estimating that our grid in the next year and a half is going to be a minimum of 6 gigawatts short of what it needs. To give you an idea, 6 gigawatts would be enough to power the entire city of Philadelphia. We're going to be that much short in just the next year and a half based on where we're at. We have got to go through and start expanding our power grid as much as possible. This includes with as many different options as possible, whether it's wind, solar, coal-fired, nuclear power needs to make a big comeback. We have about 40 different nuclear reactors that have been in some level of shutdown or stagnation for about 20 years, and those can actually be turned back on with relatively minimal effort. We're starting to see that happen quite a bit. 3 Mile Island is about to come back on here in the state of Michigan. We've got 2 or 3 small nuclear reactors starting to come back on, but if we want the US to remain dominant in the AI space, we're going to have to build this out. This is going to be a massive problem. Microsoft already stated they're basically kind of a good neighbor, good faith declaration last week that anytime that they build out data centers or expand current data centers, they're going to do everything in their power to make sure that the local community are not impacted by rising electrical prices. We've already seen that 15 out of 29 states last year that saw a rise in their electric bill was directly attributed to data center build out and rollout. We've got to make sure that those of us as the average consumers are not paying the end bill of trying to build out all of this AI. I'm Tim, this is Understanding Your AI, and my teenage daughters made me wear these.